Hello, welcome to the Ladies European Tour and to Saudi Arabia for the second event of the season. A familiar home for the LET and some big money up for grabs at Riyadh Golf Club. The PIF Saudi Ladies International offering a $5 million prize fund, the biggest on tour outside the majors. Unsurprisingly, some of the biggest stars in the game jetted into the Desert Kingdom. Tavatanakit and Charley Hull have both won around this course, while Ruoning Yin and Jeeno Thitikul are both in the world top 5. Chiara Tamburlini, and Jeeno Hall adding some European magic. A reminder of how things work, 2 tournaments running side by side, with the Team 1 wrapping up after 2 days and the individual one ending on the 3rd. Scoring pretty simple for the team event, the best 2 scores from each hole counting. Some minor changes to what we're used to, no amateurs, 4 pros, with the captain picking 1, 2 more added randomly. $500,000 split between the team event, with the remaining $4.5 million going to the individual side of things. It doesn't rain often in Riyadh, but it certainly did on the opening day, with a stiff wind making conditions tricky. Team Charley Hull not quite firing on all cylinders over the first 17 holes, but they did produce the shot of the day at the last. Maria Fassi with some Mexican magic from the 18th fairway, a 2-shot eagle, and with Hull's round of 3 under, the team closed 14 under overall. Team Esther Henseleit closed 15 under thanks largely to their German captain. In her first outing of the season, the 2-time LET champion put together a bogey-free round. With 4 birdies on the front 9 and a couple on the back, Henseleit was second here a year ago, posting a 6 under 66 to leave her in a tie for second. Chiara Tamburlini's wonderful 2024 saw her pick up not 1, but 2 team titles, and Team Tamburlini at it again. The ever-smiling Riyadh is playing her part, the team at 15 under. Team Linn Grant ended the day in a tie for 3rd, with Englishwoman Annabell Fuller starring. She picked up from her good performance in Morocco last week to post a round of 6 under, good enough for second in the individual competition, and helped the team to 16 under. Team Chisato, Iwai alongside them, the Japanese star right on the money, the par 3 17th in a round of 4 under.
Brilliant shot.
With teammate Chiara Tamburlini rounded 5 under, they were well in contention. As with team Somi Lee, she had fellow Korean Min Sun Kim, Nastasia Nadeau and Amy Taylor in her side, but it was Lee leading the way. A round of 7 under in an effortless display, which was good enough for the individual lead. The team lead, though, held by the quartet of Steph Kyriakou, Olivia Cowan, Sarah Kuskova and Liz Young. They didn't drop a shot as a team all day, closed 18 under par. A 1-shot lead at the top then, with Lee's brilliance helping her side to second. Team Kyriakou at the top, thanks in no part to 4 birdies in the last 5 holes from the captain.
Yeah, definitely good momentum. I wasn't really doing much the first 14 holes, so I'm sure they were getting a bit annoyed, but yeah, decided to turn it on the last few, so we'll help going into tomorrow.
The gap at the top also won in the individual leaderboard, with impressive starts from Annabell Fuller and Esther Henseleit. Jeeno Thitikul just 2 back. Day 2 and it remained fairly cool and damp for Riyadh as the team event came to its conclusion. Team Linn Grant were moving up the leaderboard early on, largely thanks to Annabell Fuller. The early season confidence clearly flowing, the tee shot not what she wanted at the par 3-8, but the second very much was. That put her 4 under for the day, and just 1 off the individual lead. Overnight team leaders, Team Steph Kyriakou picked up where they left off. The Aussie, one of the best putters on tour, and this one of 2 team birdies at the 6th to put them 8 under for the day and 26 under overall. Min Sun Kim, part of fellow Korean Somi Lee's team, also landing the putts. They were going along nicely, also 26 under, after this dropped at the 7th. But Team Kyriakou were keeping up the pressure. Sarah Kuskova landing one right on the money at the 7th for another birdie.
That's a lovely approach in playing from the Czech Republic.
Early stages, but it looked to be boiling down to a battle between two, Team Kyriakou and Team Lee. The 8th proving to be a happy hunting ground as Team Lee picked up 2 shots. Kim, once again, making birdie after that swing. Ellen Breen wasn't at her best in the opening couple of rounds here in Saudi, but like Maria Fassi on the opening day, she enjoyed the 18th. The German teenager demolished the par 4 with a drive and then a 2-shot eagle. Team Grant remained in with an outside chance, but in truth the focus was really on Fuller. She only qualified for this event after her top 10 finish in Morocco and certainly was making the most of her opportunity. This at the 11th put her 11 under par, tied at the top with Thitikul in the individual standings. The team event also close. Amy Taylor, a winner in Italy last year, almost holding out at the 10th. Kicking birdie, they moved to 29 under par. A case of anything you can do, I can do, well, just as well. Olivia Cowan for Team Kyriakou, also flying right at the flag at the 10th. They were also 29 under. And they moved to 30 under at the 11th with what else but an assured putt from the Australian captain. Kyriakou moving to 7 under individually. Just pars for Team Lee at 11 and 12, but at the 13th, they got back in business. This one of 2 team birdies from Captain Lee as she finally got the putter firing. At 31 under, they were a shot clear. Away from the team event, Jeeno Thitikul was purring. The Thai was in blistering form at the end of last season, winning the big money CME Group Tour Championship, and has picked up where she left off. This put the Thai 12 under and clear at the top of the individual event. Olivia Cowan also got the flat stick working. After blanking at the 12th, the team needed a putt to drop.
Right edge putt for Cowan for birdie. Finds one for the team.
Up ahead, Team Head to Light were putting on some scoreboard pressure. This tee shot from Ines Lechlalish at the 17th would lead to a birdie, and the team would add another at 18 for the clubhouse lead of 31 under par. While the individual lead was very much in the hands of the world number 4. Thitikul adding a birdie at the last for a round of 64 to leave her at 13 under. The birdies began to run dry for Team Kyriakou, but not so for Team Lee. Kim making a crucial one at the 15th to move them to 32 under and their noses ahead. With Team Kyriakou making just pars over 14, 15 and 16, they remained marooned at 31 under par. A birdie looked unlikely, but there's always a chance when Kyriakou has a putter in her hand. Now 32 under. But up ahead at 18, Team Lee were turning the screw. Min Sung Kim with an approach from the very top draw. It would be little more than a kick-in. One birdie seemingly in the bag. Team Kyriakou had another birdie look at 17. Sara Kuskova thought she'd had it. But the hole had other ideas. It would be just a par. And all the more costly thanks to the putter of Somi Lee. She rattled it home, and with Kim making her putt, the lead was stretched to 2 shots. 2 birdies needed from Team Kyriakou down the last. But they couldn't manage it. 2 pars, the best they could muster, to fall 2 shots short. Team Somi Lee, the team champions. A 2-shot win in the end for Team Lee, the team of Esther Henseleit and Linn Grant sharing 3rd, with Tavatanakit's 4, one of 3 teams sharing 5th place. The victorious quartet, Somi, Lee, Min Sun Kim, Nastasia Nadeau and England's Amy Taylor, the PIF Saudi Ladies International team champions. Still the individual event to conclude, and Jeeno Thitikul in a dominant position. The tie 3 clear after a 64, with Annabell Fuller and Somi Lee in a tie for second. Stay with us to see if Jeeno could close it out. The final round action coming up. To Saudi Arabia for the final round of the PIF Saudi Ladies International at the Par 72 Riyadh Golf Club, where Jeeno Thitikul has seemingly one hand on the trophy. The talented Thai 3 shots clear heading into the final day. A reminder of how it looks, Annabell Fuller and Somi Lee, her closest challengers. They would need something special to stop the world number 4 claiming yet another trophy a week short of her 22nd birthday. The weather was once again surprisingly miserable, rain falling and temperatures dropping. As were the birdie putts from Jeeno Thitikul. She's made one at the first and then this, the second of the day at the fourth, the tie stretching her lead. That's because her rivals were struggling, bogeys rather than birdies for Fuller and Somi Lee. The chasing pack further down were hardly putting the pressure on. I'm Richard Kaufman, alongside me is Sophie Walker. Sophie, Jeeno definitely looking in command.
She certainly is. She had 4 1-putts in the opening 4 holes, so that would have calmed any nerves. This is Somi Lee into the 7th hole, 114 yards, gap wedge. Nicely played.
Well, she has impressed so far, Somi Lee. But fair to say, right now, Jeeno Thitikul head and shoulders above the rest.
After a 295-yard drive, she also has gap wedge. Front right pin, she can go straight at it.
And she does. It's been fairly relentless so far. It's going to take something remarkable to knock her out of her stride. Been an eventful front 9 though for Chiara Tamburlini. This for a 4th birdie of the day.
A touch of movement here from right to left for a 2.
Yeah, and with that 4th birdie of the day, it only just takes her under par again for the round. 10 under now overall.
This one should just move from the bunker slope right to left for a birdie 3 to also get it to 10 under par.
Yeah, so a couple moving to -10, but they might not be making any inroads given where Thitikul's left her second shot here.
Back up the hill, inside left here for Jeeno to go 6 shots clear.
Never in doubt. We've seen this really, haven't we, at our previous visits to Riyadh Golf Club. Alison Lee, Patty Tavatanakit in this event last year, Charley Hull most recently, all runaway winners here. Is there something about this course?
Well, I think it's certainly a long hitter's golf course, and then it comes down to iron play. The greatest approach here into 11 by Naveed. Nice lag put there. Long par 4, the 11th hole. You probably would take par there.
Yeah, she's having a lovely day. Like Jeeno, 3 birdies, no drop shots, although the leader has missed the green here at 8.
No issue at all, though, for Thitikul.
Thitikul, the #1 player on the LET in 2021. Youngest to win the rankings. First Swiss to do so was last year's winner, Chiara Tamburlini. 3 wins as a rookie. Nicely judged, and that'll be a rare par on this front 9 for Chiara.
Just the second par, she'll go out in -1. Quite a heavy leaning shaft here on her putter. Left hand below right, uphill right to left putt for a 2. Just needed hitting.
So just a par for the player who was leader after round 1, a 5-time winner on the Korean Tour, Somi Lee. And a little bit of tidying up to do for Jeeno. Miss Green, no problem.
Well, she's been the best putter on the LPGA Tour last year and carrying that form on for 2025.
Here's one of the tournament invites, Muniher. In a frustrating run, she parred her last 9 holes yesterday for 69. 8 pars and a bogey on the front 9 today. So a birdie's been a long time coming, maybe there.
Somi Lee fortunate to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side of the fairway from the upslope, 147 yards. The minimum carry, 140 over a front right bunker. Just.
Can't believe this weather, Sophie.
It's got colder every day. And the rain, even the locals were taking videos on their phones out there. They couldn't believe it either.
Jeeno ended 2024 with a runner-up finish in Malaysia, then that season ender she won on the LPGA Tour.
Gap wedge from 116 yards. Oh, pin high again. It's relentless from Jeeno.
Yeah, might be a few months in between, but picking up where she left off. Muniher, hopefully, going to break this run without a birdie.
One of those days, and this is where you'll start feeling the cold if the putter isn't hot.
I mentioned she's an invite. 62 players from the LET, 43 from the world's top 308 invites making up the field this week.
Result here for Lee. She could creep her way into the top 100 of that world ranking. She's losing the pace on the greens.
Well, watching Jeeno Thitikul just do her business. Went out in 30 yesterday in a 64, which is the low round of the week. This for front 9 today of 32.
Nearly. I make that 12 under par for her front 9 this week.
Yeah, that'll get it done. When Tavatanakit and compatriot won last year, we were playing 4 rounds, 3 rounds for this year's PIF Saudi Ladies International.
Somi Lee is playing for second spot. Is to stay in a tie for second.
Yeah, 1 birdie, 1 bogey. I know Jeeno's making it look easy, but it's not easy out there.
No, it certainly isn't, especially with the crosswinds that are to come on these dog legs here at Riyadh Golf Club.
Steady. That's all you can say about Chiara Tamburlini today. 9 straight pars on the front 9 from the 2-time major champion.
May finds one, gets herself to 9 under par.
Yeah, it's very tight. Jeeno apart. The chase for second is certainly on. Just bogey 12 did here in Naveed.
This is a very slow putt for birdie on 13. And a bounce back. Gets herself to 10 under. Another one joins tied second.
Yeah, some upwardly mobile. It's been a frustrating day so far for Annabell Fuller.
3 over par for her front 9. This 7-iron into the 10th. Can't really go at this pin. And doesn't.
She's got to dig in, hasn't she? Because it could be an expensive day given the prize fund here. $4.5 million for the individual.
You feel on the final day there's always one player that falls away. You do not want it to be you. Still time for Annabell. Great angle here for Jeeno Thitikul. An 8-iron back into the wind. 131 yards.
that is such a delightful approach. And she did take a bit of time off over the winter, did a little bit of camping, but she looks just as good as she did at the end of the year. Oh, Chiara Tamburlini there, throwing in a bogey. The greens have proved tricky this week. Back to level par for the day.
Somi Lee with a lengthy birdie putt here on 10. 7 iron to here. This one breaks a couple of ways. Should come back now. That's better with speed, isn't it?
He played well last week at the Founders Cup on the LPGA Tour. Just finished outside the top 10, as did Charley Hull. 5 birdies already today for the Englishwoman.
Last player to win around this golf course.
Unusually for Charley, not quite able to get herself in the reckoning, but you know, she's never far away from that top 10.
Come on, Annabell. Right to left pot. Needs something. And finds it. Maybe that is the start of the comeback. She has to keep staying positive. Back to 2 over par for her round through 10.
Yeah, she'll feel a lot better. A lot at stake still over the back 9 for the English player. She's got a front row seat though of what has been just a wonderful round of golf from Jeeno Thitikul. And another birdie, gets to 17 under par. She's now 7 shots ahead. I mean, it doesn't really get much more commanding than this. Tavatanakit took the PIF Saudi Ladies International last year by 7 shots, and that's exactly the lead now for Jeeno Thitikul. Hello and welcome back to the final round of the PIF Saudi Ladies International. But Jeeno Thitikul got into trouble off the tee. Despite her best efforts, it would result in a first bogey of the day for the leader. Somi Lee landed a much-needed birdie of her own at the very same hole. The Korean up to 11 under. The gap, however, is still a big one. 5 shots to be exact. Jeeno Thitikul, a runner-up to Olivia Cowan in 2021 when she was the Ladies European Tour Order of Merit winner, very much on course to go one better this time around. But she's found that red sand again.
Another one down the right-hand side, this time a better lie on 12, 87 yards. Needs to play it like a normal shot, not a bunker shot. How about that for a strike?
To know that red sand a little more than she would like. They've transported that from the Nafud Desert to try and make this course a little trickier. On the short grass though for Nana Madsen.
A huge tee shot down 13, just a pitching wedge to a back pin. That is delightful from the Dane.
Yeah, she started the year very nicely, played well last week on the LPGA Tour. A decent chance for birdie at 11. Here's Fuller at 12.
Just about trying to get back to level par, isn't it, for Fuller?
Played that well though. That wasn't an easy bunker shot. Madsen to make it a share of 3rd place at 10 under.
It's 2 under par for the day.
Smiles for the only Dane to have won on the LPGA Tour. It's the putter of Jeeno Thitikul.
That is her 8th single putt in the opening 12 holes.
And you know, Somi Lee's got a decent chance to come. Might have been thinking she could close the gap to 4. Now she has to hold it to just stay 5 back.
Yeah, when you've got her length off the tee, but then you can finish the job on the greens.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent formula. Second season on tour for Annabell Fuller. Got into field after a terrific performance in Morocco last week.
Oh, this is really gutsy. Birdie on 10, birdie on 12.
Yeah, what a lovely start to the back 9 for Fuller. Scorecard looking a little smarter now.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
So this to remain 5 back. That puts her in command of second place. Back-to-back birdies.
Only 4 birdies at the 14th hole today so far. Emily Pedersen made one of them. And her compatriot cannot match it. Still, it's a good 3.
Yeah, they combined nicely, didn't they, in that team event on the LPGA Tour, the Dow.
Well, it's right again. It's in the waist area again. 140 yards, pitching wedge downwind for Jeeno.
Quite fortunate that it's rain compacted that sand, because it was fluffy early in the week. Would have been much trickier.
Yeah, those shots would have plugged, wouldn't they? So Smiling got away with another one there.
Chisato Iwai, whose twin sister Aki's finished at 1 under par. Not dropped a shot yet today. Hopefully you roll that in. Just keep it that way.
Left herself some work to do here. This is a 2-paced putt, uphill to start with, back down the hill at the end, and it wiggles everywhere. And into the cup. How's that missed?
Well, you described it so well. What an effort from Somi Lee. Iwai then to avoid the drop.
Slightly pushed that one. First bogey of the day.
So she goes back to 10 under. Which means Somi Lee very much in command at the moment of that second place. He's the player very much in command of things at the very top. For another birdie.
Is there a hole there on 30?
Yeah. Unlucky. 6th edition of this PIF Saudi Ladies International, and you've either had to have won a major, been world number 1, or played Solheim Cup to pick up the trophy. Jeeno falls into category 2, having been one of only 2 teenagers to get to number 1 in the world. Here's another Thai that's been number 1.
The original. Ari Jatanagan walking it in on 14 for a rare birdie.
Yeah, shot a lovely 66 yesterday, so good to see her showing some form.
Final hole of the day for Charley Hull, just coming from the left-hand side of the 18th to a back left pin.
She knocked that in. It will equal the lowest round of the day so far, 68 from Xun Li of China.
Par 3 14th for Jeeno Thitikul, 175 yards. This is a 6-iron back into the wind. So looking to play middle of the green and not take on a back left pin, bring those bunkers into play.
Well, by her standards, only average. Off to 18. Carlota Saganda, first event of her 15th season as a pro.
Some finish by the Spaniard. Birdie on 18, you can leave the putter in the bag.
Fabulous finish. Winner of the last event of last season was Carlotta Saganda.
This is such a difficult putt. It's so slow to start with from left to right, and then it dips in at the end, the last 10 feet. She hasn't found that downslope.
Just a little bit off the boil on this back nine, certainly compared to what we saw through the first 10 holes from Jeeno Thitikul. It's the second of a minimum of 30 events on the Ladies European Tour schedule this year.
So a chance to claw closer. Downhill birdie putt for Lee.
Just being so tidy all week. Charley Hull, third and first on her other 3 visits to Riyadh Golf Club. Beauty indeed. That should be good enough for a top 10. Finishes at 9 under. Can't keep her out the top 10, can you?
Final par 3 of the day. Play straight downwind off the left. Ooh, how about that?
Yeah, fabulous shot from Jeeno Yin. Well, as long as a par putt that Thitikul's had all day. Well, the lead down to 4, which is as close as it has been since she birdied the 4th hole.
It's her doing though, isn't it? 2 bogeys on the round.
Missed the cut last week in Florida, so the rust has been shaken off for Chisato Iwai.
That is a classy approach to the 18. She's got that to get to 10 under par.
Beautiful tee shot, deserves a 2. Yeah, watch out for Jeeno Yin, a win and 13 other top 10s winning the Korean money list last year, starting their rookie season in America in 2025, as is Chisato Iwai.
Anything inside the top 5 is over $100,000. 68, 69, 69. That will do nicely.
Clubhouse lead for Chisato Iwai, and not as dominant as she was on the front nine, still though totally in control. Jeeno Thitikul 4 ahead, 4 to play at the PIF Saudi Ladies International. Welcome back to the closing holes of the PIF Saudi Ladies International, where Annabell Fuller's fight back continued. Her 3rd birdie, the back 9 at 15, now back inside the top 10. It turned into a profitable week for Chiara Tamburlini, the Australian unable to land a birdie at the last, but a final day 70 would see her finish tied 8th. Jeeno Yin matched the clubhouse lead set by Chisato Iwai. The Korean had to be content with a par at 18. But the destiny of the title never really looking in doubt in a chilly Riyadh. Jeeno Thitikul proving a great front runner and on course for a 17th professional title. She leads by 4.
Found the bunker with an 8 iron. So Jeeno Thitikul to take it all the way, avoid the downslope. A good decision there.
Yes, Sophie, I know she ended 2024 superbly, but first start of the season, you just don't know how it's all going to go.
No, everybody's in the same boat, aren't they? And obviously with the injury last year, she wasn't even playing at this point of last season.
Not been a good day for last year's runner-up, Esther Henseleit. 5 over for the round. She started the day 6-6. Nearly
finished it with a 2.
That's brought a smile back to the face for the German. 16's, it's proving a tricky hole today.
It is, yeah, this flag position back right on a green that sits across you. So Annabell Fuller here with a lengthy birdie try. But hitting the green's a result. Par isn't too bad at all.
I'm sure she'll be proud of the way she's just dug in on this back nine, found the birdies. So important because it's such a big prize fund. Somi Lee in command of second place. That's worth over $400,000, $675,000 for the winner.
This was a great shot into 16. Looking to convert. Oh, just did not send that putt high enough.
Yeah, not much drama really, is there, right now in this final round? That's because of what Jeeno Thitikul's been up to this week. In a share in third, Anna Madsen. To do a Carlotta.
Not quite, that birdie would have been very profitable. I know they're all playing for second and third spot, but the money on offer, $5 million prize fund.
Lovely up and down from the sand from Jeeno Thitikul. The lead remains intact.
Ruoning Yin on the 18th hole. It's a birdie try.
That's a good try, not to be, but still 3 birdies in the last 5 holes. Had to stay patient. It's going to be a closing 71 from the Chinese player. That's another one that's finished the week at 9 under par.
17th hole, 8 iron for Annabell Fuller, downwind, must carry the front number of 146. She's pushed that towards the pin.
That is fabulous from Fuller.
She doesn't quite know how good that is. You can't see the bottom of the pin from that right-hand side hole location.
She'll like it when she sees it. And it's been an encouraging couple of weeks for Nana Madsen. It's the last day 70, so she finishes at 10 under par off to Thailand next, where she won her only LPGA Tour title.
It's great to see her back playing on the LET. I'd like to see more of her. Jeeno Thitikul did not take on this right pin on 17. Her 8 iron left herself pin high. 3 cups from left to right here for a 2. I feel like I've said that a lot. A lot of left to right putts for Jeeno Thitikul, and she's always pin high.
Another hole ticked off. It's getting closer. We've kind of known really ever since she birdied the first. There was going to be no let up from Jeeno Thitikul. Be very similar to the way Charley Hull last year, she was 5 ahead, ended up winning by 3. And here's a player that Jeeno certainly has looked up to over the years.
Looking down at that one, and why not? We've seen some superb shots into 18 this week. You wouldn't know it, would you, with area?
Whether it's a bad one or a good one, it seems to make no difference. Off back to 17 for Somi Lee, and what a good week it's been for her, winning team captain.
Has only made 3 bogeys. She's been so solid.
A little bit shy there from the Korean. No birdies yet on the back 9 for Chiara Tamburlini.
This was a big drive down 18 though. She's only got wedge in. Easy to sit, and it's listened.
to 10 under. Brilliant. Yeah. How gutsy has this been? It looked like a day that was going to get away from her. It's easy to forget she's only been a pro a year.
She had to finish school last year, the Florida Gator, while playing her rookie year.
Big birdie for Emma Spitz, that's worth a few dollars. Another like Fuller who's impressed the first 2 weeks of the season. That'll get her into the top 10.
Dogleg left to right, 387-yard par 4. Just take it. The white tent in the distance. About there.
She can enjoy the walk. The way she plays, she looks like she enjoys the walk, whatever the week. Frustrating, very frustrating back nine for Tamburlini. It's going to be a top 10, but a last day 72. What she was looking for.
Home in -2 for Area Jatanagon. Finishing 4th, confident tie, moving into a home event in Thailand next week on the LPGA Tour.
First tie to win that event. Tavatanakit followed her win here with a win there. Jeeno will be hoping that's the case again this time around.
He's getting ready to celebrate, isn't he?
Yeah, he's enjoying himself. Big shot in here for Annabell Fuller.
Looking to draw one in and use the wind from left to right. 8-iron, 148 yards.
Yeah, very nice. I mean, that putt coming up now, given she's at 10 under, it's going to be worth a lot of ranking points and money. Back to the leader, champion-elect.
It's another 8-iron for Jeeno Thitikul, 143 yards. Just keep it right of this pin.
Almost like she maybe had lost a little bit of intensity on the back nine. No one really putting real pressure on her. They've all got their eyes on Jeeno, as they have been all day. Everyone just left in her trail. Somi Lee, though, trying to complete what's been an excellent week.
Just wanting to feel that she's hit it close enough on this back nine. Seemed to have had a lot of 40, 50-foot putts for birdie. Has managed them all well. Cozying that one up there.
Yeah, she's really holed out well. Spent much of the winter in Thailand, working hard on her game. It's been great. She said at the start of the week, it's like coming home being on the Ladies European Tour again.
And we've welcomed her with open arms, looking to become a 5 times Ladies European Tour winner. She nearly did it in style. The smile never really left Jeeno Thitikul. The golf game, especially on that front line, was outstanding.
Well, Jeeno Thitikul starting the new year as she ended the last, winning golf tournaments. Never ever looked in doubt. She is the champion at this PIF Saudi Ladies International. But the real drama, well, that could be here. I think I work out this putt could be worth about $100,000, Sophie. So Annabell Fuller.
A putt for outright 3rd. To triple her career earnings. Do it. Oh, what a finish by Annabell Fuller, and what a fight back.
Yeah, check of $270,000 coming her way. Bear in mind, she won less than $80,000 all season on the Ladies European Tour in her rookie year. And 3rd place, that's her best ever LET finish. So Fuller's now at 11 under. This has to go in for outright 2nd.
in the team event, second in the individual for Somi Lee.
Here comes the obligatory water celebration from some of her compatriots. Jeeno Thitikul just dominant all day long. Confirmation of how it finished. Jeeno Thitikul with a 4-shot victory over Somi Lee. Annabell Fuller starting the back 9 outside the top 10, grabbing 3rd spot. World number 3 Ruoning Yin may have surprisingly missed the cut, but there's still plenty of Chinese representation on the first 2 pages of the leaderboard. Xu Yingli and Yan Liu both at 7 under. But the destiny of the trophy never really in doubt, in the hands of Jeeno Thitikul.
It's just like what happened has been insane, you know, like we play week in, week out alongside the best player in the world, but at the same time we're trying to do our best, and then that's what sport are.
Cara Gaynor followed up her win in Morocco with a share of 53rd here, just enough to keep her in the early lead on the order of merit. Thitikul now 2nd, Annabell Fuller up to 3rd. Kaiser Arthurfjell wasn't here this week, but the Swedes tie for 8th in Morocco, enough to lead the Rookie of the Year standings. 2nd place Brianna Navarrosa made the cut here in Saudi. Nelly Korda remains top of the Rolex World Rankings, but if Jeeno Thitikul can keep this form going and at a major, then the American may have a challenger for her #1 spot. Thanks for watching. As Lee took the team title, Thitikul picked up from where she left off last season with a trophy in her hands. Next up, the tour heads down under to Australia as it chases the sun. Stay in touch at ladieseuropeantour.com. Until next time, bye-bye for now.